Well, I want to talk about your work with Aretha Franklin. I think a lot of people don't realize that Aretha had this renaissance in the 80s. You know,
But she won't do that. See, now you're saying that. Now I've heard you say that. If she was sitting here,
she'd be mad, huh?
Yeah.
So
she'd be like, what are you talking about? I hadn't gone anywhere.
Okay, well, let me rephrase it. And then you tell me if this would fit with the Queen of Soul. I think that she was brought to a new generation of fans. And because there are a lot of people in the 80s that were fans of Freeway of Love and I Knew You Were Waiting for Me that hadn't heard a lot of her kind of classic catalog or what became part of the legacy of Aretha Franklin. And so they got introduced to her through your productions and then could go backwards and learn, whereas other people who maybe lived in parallel with all these great songs knew all of these great songs that she did, like You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman and things like that. So what was your approach? I mean, in the production game, you were mentored by Quincy Jones, you've said many times. Was this kind of the really big first artist that you worked with? Or like, what was the big artist that sort of got you to the point where you were working with the Queen of Soul, like Aretha Franklin?
Well, I have to start at the very beginning as far as my pop productions.
Okay.
With a young girl named Stacey Lattisaw.
Sure.
She was 11 years old, and we had hits with her called Let Me Be Your Angel, Dynamite, Jump to the Beat, Love on a Two-Way Street, and Attack of the Name Game. And so these songs started percolating in the charts where I was getting phone calls.
She was 11 years old?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Henry Allen signed her at Cotillion Records, and I knew he wanted some hits for her. So we cut those. T.M. Stevens, Corrado again, Frank Martin at the record plant, and Mike Gibbs doing string arranging. I went to New York to put her vocals on. We mixed them, and she had success. So because of the success, my phone started ringing. Be it Clive Davis. How'd you learn how to make those kind of records? Hey, man, I'm from Michigan. In Michigan, we all have that kind of passion.
Right.
We know how to mix all the different qualities of music together because Motown, Curtis Mayfield, Chicago, it's all right there. Even country, everything's there.
Yeah.
So he said, well, if you can do that, why don't you produce like Angela Bofield or something like that? When some of my artists, I started producing stuff for Clive Davis. That door opened. Then Henry said, well, why don't you produce Sister Sledge? They came over. A lot of things started percolating. That kind of built me for Clive to say, what about producing Aretha? Or Dionne Warwick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it kind of came down the pike. Wow. When Clive said, call Aretha, give her a call. I did. And on that first phone call, she's so lofty in her thinking. When she talks to you, is how I got the idea for the Who's Zooming Who. Because she would say, I would say to her, well, what do you do for fun at night? Well, maybe I go out to a nightclub. I see a guy in the corner. He looks at me. I look at him. It's like, who's zooming who? He thinks he got me, but then the fish jumps off the hook. The fish jumped off the hook. Like that, I see she talks. So when I got off the phone, I told Preston Glass, my partner, I said, this is how she talks. Let's see how we can write a song about this. And that's how it became.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And also, Quincy Jones told me, I said, what would you do with for Aretha? He said, well, I wouldn't sleep on what Tina Turner's doing. So I kind of studied what Tina Turner was doing. Mm-hmm. Coming out of the UK with Terry Britten.
So like a private dancer.
Yeah. All that world. Mm-hmm. There again, the UK was strong. So I also kind of put that mindset on Aretha. Then what's hot in America? Well, Prince was ripping up with that Purple Rain stuff. Mm-hmm. Put that stuff in, sonically speaking. So I'm just always trying to gumbo things to make sure I'm current with the right sound. Mm-hmm. Good song, current production. Yeah.
Wow. Who wrote Freeway of Love?
I did, with Jeffrey Cohen on my piano, banging it out. And I had it like a year earlier or whatever it was. And Preston Glass, when we were cutting Aretha, said, why don't you give that song to Aretha Franklin? And I would never have thought of that. That was completely Preston Glass. Because they have a lot of songs. So he told me about that. I said, damn, Preston. What a great idea. I would never thought that. So then we had to get Jeffrey Cohen to rewrite the lyric for Aretha. Knew you'd be a vision in white. How'd you get your pants so tight? Don't know how you're living, but you must be living right. Oh, we got some places to see. I got all my maps with me. So jump in, ain't no sin. Take a ride in my machine. See the traffic moving way too slow. Hit the pedal and go.
Yeah.
Go. Going riding on the freeway of love in my pink Cadillac. Going riding on the freeway of love. And this line I couldn't find to ride my pink Cadillac. I said, Jeffrey, what ride the pink Cadillac? Goes, winds against my back. Oh, right. Going riding on the freeway of love, winds against my back. Going riding on the freeway of love in my pink Cadillac.
Yeah.
That's how we did it.
Now, when she would do like vocal inflections on that, was that all her? Like,
Yes.
did she just?
I mean, we do our demo. Everything I do, like Steven Spielberg, I make a blueprint. I cut the track. I get my Kitty Beethoven or whoever we're going to have sing it so the person can hear it and learn it. And then they can bring to it what they want to bring to it. At least I know what works.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got to Detroit on the second go around, because the first go around with Aretha was Who's Zooming Who and Until You Say You Love Me. Those two. And don't forget her father just died out of a coma. So for 2 years, she didn't really sing that much. Just kind of laying low for the father. Once he died, then she could really come back again strong in the sense of like in the studios, kicking it out, working. So when I came back the second time to Detroit with Freeway, that's when it hit me how professional she was, because I went out to the music stand and there was no lyric on the stand. It was all memorized. Everything she was saying, take a left down better than ever street. And all these little things she was adding to it. That was no lyric on the stand. It was just memorized that she wanted to add in there. So I realized her level of professionalism is so high. But then again, I was there in the snow. So for example, in the hotel, the phone would ring. She would say, you see all that snow coming out the window? I said, yeah. She said, yeah, I don't drive in that snow. Day one. Day two, you see that snow coming out? I see it coming down hard. I don't drive in that snow. There could be 3 or 4 days in the hotel waiting for her.
Where was this out of Michigan, or was this in?
I'd be in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. They had just built this tall hotel, the Renaissance Center, Ren Center, whatever it was called, with a bunch of shops down below. So I could walk downstairs and kind of shop around. There was a burning time for like 4 days.
Wow. Did she live there? Or she just went there for?
No, she lived in the outskirts of town.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's her place, Detroit.
Wow. So she still call it home.
Oh yes, and that was also part of my thinking that song would be good for her because of all the Detroit cars.
Sure.
Cadillacs and Chevrolets and Ford and all that.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah.
And was this sort of a similar thing where you recorded all the rhythm section and then brought it out there and then she would sing it as an overdub?
Yes, with tape. I was always limited with the amount of tracks I could use.
Sure.
And
a lot of the overdub was a consequence of just limited time, and the artist, like with Whitney, she was pretty well scheduled, and so was that part
sessions.
of it? Yeah,
3-hour sessions, that'd be good enough with any of my soul singers. 3-hour sessions, and what I learned was a technique of recording backwards, of doing the ending first. Let them sing through it, and in Aretha's case, she would sing down the octave 4 or 5 times down the octave, getting warmed up, and then when she said, "Okay, now I'm ready to record." Then she would sing the whole song. And it would sound like a record. A couple more times, just sing, and that. Then, before I get too meticulous on a first verse, do 1 or 2 more endings. Just blow on the ending hard, like a horse has to run, because they have all that soul in them. Let them get all the ending first. Get all that in the bag. Then go to the first verse and settle down and say, we need this to be like a certain kind of way to get white listeners. Black listeners, all listeners involved, as opposed to if it's too much going on in the first verse, too much flippancy in the melody, we would turn people off. I want all people. So she was nice to me because she might do 3 or 4 takes, and then I might want 1 more, is simpler. And she said, I'll be nice to you, and I'll give you what's called a straight reading. I'll go back and sing it 1 more time, and a little bit closer to the melody. And she would. But inevitably, when I come back to my studio here to comp it together, I would end up using what she might do, all that fancy stuff, because it would be so incredible.
Yeah. How old were you when you were doing this with Aretha? You must have been in your 20s, your late 20s, early 30s?
Early 30s,
yeah.
Okay, I was born in 1952, and this would be 85, 84 coming out, 85, 84, so that's the math.
Yeah. So how did you get, was there a sort of an arc or a learning curve of getting her to trust you, like as a young producer?
Yes. from the very, very beginning meeting her.
Did you have any tests for
When I
it?
first met her, when she walked in, it was called United Sound Studios. It's a sliding glass door. She would slide the door wearing her fur coat. At this time, she was still smoking a cigarette. Cools. And I walk up from the console to the sliding glass door to go meet her for the first time. And right then and there, it happened. And looking in her eyes, you see it's the Queen of Soul. And the fire is on. And you see the genius that can do everything. Play the piano, sing, hear everything, knows everything. Help Martin Luther King. Help the people. She's the people's champion. You see all that. So you, spiritually speaking, you genuflect. You show great respect. And you let her know, spiritually speaking, you're there to make hit records and have fun and honor her. You're not there to fight with her. In that first seconds, all that happens like that. And then when the sound comes on, she hears the track beating. Now it's on. Now she's excited because what happens is you and her and you are now serving that, like what that looks like, that big light. That's the music. We're both going to be on the same team to serve that. And then it's like, what you want to eat? You want a hamburger? You want a cheeseburger? You want French fries? What you want? You know what I'm doing? Going down there and get fried chicken. What you want? Nada. You want a cheeseburger? Get nada cheeseburger. Now we're going to just jump up that and serve that and get the best of that on the tape. And that's what it is. And she'll undo her pants. So, and I still have the microphone she sang on.
What does she use?
Fried chicken or cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yep. And it helped her have more strength.
Yeah.
I can see why she wanted it. Because she'd be so strong.
And what was the mic you put her on?
A cheap SM7.
Really?
That came to our door of knowledge because of Bruce Sweeting with Michael Jackson.
Sure, yeah, that's with all the Thriller stuff. And
he would say, this little cheap microphone does not distort.
Yeah.
Because mine can be soft and get loud.
Yeah.
And because of that, that became our mic of choice.
Takes a lot of SPL for sure. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Did you keep on the
I mean, we might have also used, a U87 too.
Yeah.
Depending upon the song. But primarily, that was my good choice. Because
she's got a lot of power.
It sounded so beautiful on her. It wasn't like, it'd be like, wow.
Would you run through compression and stuff like that with her as well?
Yes.
It's LA2A or 1176?
Not too much. Because you don't want to like take the life out of her. You want to just get as much of the natural voice. You got to imagine what it sounds like to hear these great voices coming through speakers. I mean, it's just daunting. It's daunting to hear Aretha's voice coming through speaker, or Whitney, or Barbra Streisand, or any of these great ones. So you don't want to kill that. You want to let it breathe. Let it breathe.
Yeah. When you get it back here, would you have the background vocalist also sing on SM50? Or
that might be done beforehand.
Okay.
It's all done beforehand so that she can react off that background. See what I mean? I go there with all that. I go loaded for bear. That's how I know I can make a hit. If I having a lead vocal I liked, background, everything sounding good, that she could bring to what she wants, fine. I also have her cover what I might need, but she can bring what she wants, and then that's people don't talk about. It's called the comping stage. Yeah, where the person's gone away. I step all that if I have to. Just go through each line to find what actually works for the long term. For 100+ years, it'll sound good. Yeah.
How long would you spend on the comping side when you're like assembling the puzzle of the song? How long would you spend on something like Freeway of Love? Would that be weeks?
No. I take a night to throw it together, then pitch it up. Next morning, still keep pitching it. Listen to it. And a little more pitching I might done, or whatever I might need done. That'd be it. I learned that choosing is confusing. If you take too much time dicking around, you can blow it. Yeah. No. Hit records, the way I make them, are speed. They're speed records. Why? The spirit's fast. The spirit does not fool around. When you watch Hendrix live, he's doing it. He ain't thinking about it. He's doing it. That's what hit records are. Doing it. You think too much, you blow it. It's like a boxer in a ring. You think, you get hit. Right. You got to just be intuitive. It's all intuition. So your intuition is fast. Writing a song, producing a song, comping a song, it's fast. It'll tell you right away. So you got to go with it. Am I doing it right? Is that it? Is that it? Like that. It's like, is that it? That's it. Okay, fine. What's next? It's like the spirit's trying to talk to you. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Okay. Well, I can tune this a little better. I can tune it a little better. But that's basically it. It's fast. If you fool around too much. And also I learned with Whitney. Cut a song. She leaves. Put it together. All night long. Whatever you got to do. Next morning, keep tuning. Get it, make it. So she gets at 3 o'clock. Sit down, Whitney. Bam. Whoa, it's a hit record. Yes. That was painless. No one beat me. I wasn't in there for 4 or 5 days on the same song. That was 3 hours of work. It's a hit. All I got to do is a little thing there and that. I'm done. Right. That was the success mechanism for these great singers to be inspired in making their records. They're not going to get beat up. Quite as it's true, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, all the great spirits of God will help you if you go quick. If you dilly-dally around, they can't hang out. They'll come through like this. And I learned that from Quincy Jones too. He said, we want to be able to get God as he walks through the room. Exactly. When God walks through, grab it. That's it, man. If you didn't take advantage of it, that was your fault.
Wow.
I'm really trying to tell you the truth.
I hear it.
Every one of those songs was a 3-hour session. Every one of them. Or less.
Even a duet like she did with George Michael, I Know You're Waiting for Me.
Okay, that's different because why? Her session's 3 hours. His session's 3 hours.
But not together.
No.
Separate.
No, I have to because I want to honor both. Get all her parts. Get him in the next day. He's so nervous. George, bless his heart. George, so nervous, of course, to sing with the Queen of Soul. So we get his parts. And I have 10 tracks for both of them. He's got 10 tracks, no more than that. And he's singing all his parts, and we're going. And he wants to continue doing more takes, but I know out of the 10 takes I've got, 10 tracks I've got, those first 3 and 4 are strong records. That his 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th are diminishing. And he says to me, go back over those first tracks. I want to keep singing. And that's when a producer has to come in and say, no, those first tracks are my record, are the record. You don't know that because you're just singing. But if I go over that, I'm going to ruin it. And he looked at me like, who the hell you think you are? I'm George Michael, okay? If I want to keep singing, you let me keep singing. But I let him know, George, can't. These first 4 tracks are the record. Go home. Go back to the hotel. I'll stay up tonight and comp it together. And tomorrow when you come in, I'll play you the best. If you're not happy with a line or two, pop it in. He said, okay. And he surrendered. He always gave me one compliment. He said, I always notice your records are in tune. I said, well, thank you. So I sent him home.
And there was no auto-tune back then.
But honestly, we'd use what's called AMS.
I used to got one right here.
That's right.
Yeah.
If we needed to pitch it, AMS. So the thing is this, the next day, the third day, George comes back with Aretha live together. And this is now for the Firework ending. Because I wanted done all the verse stuff. So with the Firework ending, 2 mics out there, it's beautiful and so loving because Aretha is really happy to be working with George.
SM7?
Yes.
All right.
George is a big star and he really wanted to work with the Queen. So there's a lot of love in the room. And I have enough for, let's say, 4 go-arounds of outro of them going back and forth 4 times. And I say the first couple of times, Aretha was going very easy on him. You know, he'd be singing and she'd go, nice. But then as she got really warmed up, like the 3rd or 4th take, then you'll see on the record, I can show it to you, where she rears back and just complete strength. And wowed him and stopped him actually, because he was like stunned. But it's so beautiful I had to use it on the record. The knockout blow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And did you know right away this was going to be, because this was a Grammy winner, right? Because I think it was best R&B.
Aretha's first
duo vocal.
Real pop record, number one pop record, which I never really knew. All R&B stuff, but the first pop number 1, which I never really knew. All I know is I just do my very best to put it together where it sounds great.
Yeah.
And hope people love it, you know. But I put everything there to make it so you can love it.
Yeah.
You know, from the bells of corrado guitar in the very intro to the cool drums. Cool, boom, ga boom, 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 ga boom, 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 ga boom. I bring Motown, James Jamerson, little nuances to the bass parts, to the guitar parts.
Right.
That's what I think makes things live beyond just the initial hearing of something. When you start hearing it 10, 20, 30 times, you know, the nuances in there are what catch you.
Oh, I think it's great. I think with the guitar too, with Corrado, like I think you have him sort of doubling the bass with like a distorted guitar sound, and like, you know, again, he's so versatile. Like I think when I first heard, I was like, oh, it's probably Steve Lukather or something like that. Like, but it was kind of the perfect contemporary guitar part, and then yeah, it's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful song.
Thank you. I'm very proud of Aretha. I'm very proud of George.
Yeah.
Really proud of both of them because I saw George go through all the insecurity of singing with her and then just kind of conquer that.
Because he was only like a year or two out of Wham from that point, right? It was kind of early.
But he's a big star.
Yeah.
He already had some of all his hits and stuff, you know.
Sure.
You know, you got to have faith in those records. He already was a big star.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful to see them come together with so much love.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's a great, great high. A great, great high.